Welcome to LUTV's coverage this special night at Elland Road as Match On Together rings around the stadium for Leeds United's under-18s as they face Millwall for a place in the FA Youth Cup final. Robert Linton's team could become the first Leeds United side to reach the final since 1997, and that team is Rory Mahady in goal, St Joe Richards, Dan Toulson, Charlie Crew, Alfie Cresswell, Ruben Lopata-White, Harvey Vincent, Reece Chadwick, Freddie Lane, Sam Chambers and Josh McDonald. The bench is Owen Grainger, Joe Billett, Coburn Bird, Oliver Pickles, Leighton Brown, Devon Brockie and Jacob Renda. As for Millwall, tonight's opponents, they go with Penney, Mansor, Olugbodi, Massey, Whiteman, Stephenson, Beaumont, Maciocia, O'Boyle, Heywood and Howland. The bench, Whitby, Rosny, Vieira, Ojemen, Forbes, Kendall and Abdulazeez. Myself, Tom Hill and Ben Parker are bringing you all the action tonight. Would you look at this, Ben? Nearly 10,000 spectators, under-18s, semi-final. This is the sort of night you would dream of as a young player. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Tom. Oh my God, what a scene we are seeing here. The East Stand, bang opposite our commentary position here on the gantry, and you can just see it full. The players in the white shirts of Leeds United, they'll be so enthralled, so growing with inside, looking at the atmosphere, and this is what it's all about. You try and create atmospheres or occasions which lead them to the first team, and there's no better occasion. FA Youth Cup semi-final at Elland Road. The winner gets to play Manchester City or Bristol City away from home. But it's all about tonight. Rob Everington's done a fantastic job, him and his coaching staff down below us, to get the boys prepared. It's not shied away from a big occasion, and why not? And I just want to go out and join it, Tom. Hopefully they'll go out and do the business. All I would say, enjoy it.
Yes, Rob Everington, the Leeds man himself, is ready and poised. He'll be just as excited as his players. There is bound to be nerves as well, but to get to this stage, Leeds have had to handle nerves and a few hiccups here and there. They beat Norwich, they beat Brighton, Sheffield United on penalties, and then Liverpool here where we are at Elland Road. And Millwall are the opponents who have had a different route. They have gone to beat not only Barking, had to do extra time for that, then they beat Grimsby, Coventry and then Chelsea on penalties, so a huge result for them to beat a Premier League outfit. And they've got history in their mind as well, and it is such a special evening tonight at Elland Road, and the two teams will just go through their final checks and they're ready for kick-off. I think it was around 3,000 for the quarter-final, so I dread to think how many we will take if we get there, but we won't get too excited just yet. There is a job to do. The players, of course, know that, and I don't want to be jinxing them.
It's the history as well connected, this competition, no, the competition as a whole, but what it's done for our club, 93, the 97, they're so fondly remembered just by getting themselves in those occasions and getting over the line, because yeah, it's great playing in your semi-finals, but you want to win. Say enjoy it, you enjoy it by winning. So you hope the boys are cool, calm. There's going to be plenty of nervous energy, of course. That's all I remember from these matches. And I never got to this stage and anywhere near it. So I can only imagine what these young players are going through, what they're thinking. But they're here on merit.
Yeah, they certainly are. And they're straight away going forward, but stopped with that loose pass. So a breezy enough night here at Elland Road, but nothing that won't, well, I say will disturb the players. They'll be more than used to these conditions. The pitch is in immaculate condition. Looking at it from afar and looking at it up close and personal earlier. And there was a little bit of rain in the air to maybe add a bit of slickness to the surface as Leeds will try and use their speed merchants, one of them here in McDonald, to attack. And now to Toulson. Early ball in was needed. It went all the way across the face. Not committing himself was Vincent. I think he was a better angle for a cutback. Dan Toulson put it on a plate for anybody running 6-yard box. We just didn't have anybody, Ben, and that would have been very, very perfect.
Oh, it'd have been the perfect start, you're right, Tom. Inside 40 seconds, you can see on the replay there, it's the overlapping run from Dan Toulson, the left back, the captain for tonight. So nearly just wanted someone on the end of that cross.
Millwall on the attack immediately as well themselves. Of course, you can only analyse so much of each other. Space for Richards on the far side. McDonald is screaming for it, and Richards picks him out. Good first touch here for McDonald to strike just into the side netting. Took it early, maybe wasn't fully set, but a player that you just want to see him get his head down and run, Ben, he did just that.
Oh, he did. But the vision from Joe Richards, we've seen him lately playing for the under-21s in a more advanced position on the right-hand side, more preferred right-back situation tonight, picks the pass out. I think Josh McDonald, if he had that back again, he had so much more time to take an extra touch. What a start to the game, though, Tom.
Yeah, very, very frantic out there, with Millwall attacking themselves straight away. Now Leeds, once again, try and put them on the back foot, and a touch away from the fullback in Millwall colours, which is Adibapo Olugbodi. Charlie Crew tidying things up. Back to Cresswell. And out to Toulson. So a real familiarity to this back line for the 18s. Such is the success that they've had in this competition this year and the way they've developed. We have seen several. In fact, we've seen all the back four at 21s within the last 10 days. So it tells you how good the development is and the progression is. Here is Vincent charging forward. Takes a few of them with him. Charlie Crew didn't anticipate the pass, and it goes away, and Millwall will recoup. So the Lions have also won the competition twice. They'll be the first team in a Football League team to win it since 2005 if they go all the way. So they've got just as much history, as Ben rightly said, 1993 and 1997, the times that our great club lifted the trophy. And there's like a sense of, I guess, anticipation in the air. Both players, they've started well. There's a bit of confidence as well, but not much nerves out there, Ben.
No, not at all. And that's really good to see, encouraging this man on the ball. Chadwick epitomising it now.
And Chadwick forward, he went for Lane, who went without the ball for a second. McDonald will get those fans on their feet, and he does so here with Chambers. It'll fall all the way across to Vincent. He goes for goal, blocked last second, last-ditch block from a Millwall defender. Recovered. Toulson to Lane. And he cuts back inside and just slows things down for Leeds United. But I know it's 4 minutes in, but we've had a few openings, Ben, which give you that, that sense of belief. This could be a good night for Leeds.
Yeah, encouraging signs. Mention about nervous energy just when the free kick on the far touchline. You do get nervous energy in these big games, big occasions, but we've not seen that in the first 4 minutes. The man in picture there, Harvey Vincent. The ball came to him. Yeah, again, great work by Josh McDonald. Nimble footwork. Millwall just get the bodies across just in time. But very encouraging start by Rob Everington's men.
For any viewers of our 18s for the first time tonight, our goalkeeper stood near the centre circle isn't unusual, is it, Ben?
No, this is a deep position for him. He's usually a lot higher than this. Don't mean to warn people, but with Rory, Mahady, that's what his game's about. Oozes confidence, his passing's brilliant, great with his feet and his gloves. Good gun goalkeeper.
Yeah, forward for Leeds, just running into trouble there, Chambers. Chadwick with an air kick trying to win it back, and Millwall, to their credit, will drive forward themselves and play it out towards the touchline. This time for Heywood. He is the main man in this team, and Millwall have got through here an opening. Toulson will have to be quick, and he is quick enough to at least clear his lines and get it out of play. But Millwall's players applaud each other, and I can see why. That was a good opening. And maybe if that pass had been a little bit quicker, Ben, I think the shot would have been a lot more forthcoming.
Yeah, and just on probably the first occasion where just switched off mentally, and you're going to get that tonight. Young players on show, and thankfully we just regrouped, regathered. Numbers in the end managed to clear the ball.
Yeah, Millwall attacking now again through Heywood, the man that has got goals in 3 of their 4 fixtures, a hat-trick in the first, 2 to get them past Coventry, also scored against Grimsby Town. So naturally, as the main goal scorer this season for Larry McAvoy's side, Millwall will go to their number 10. Near post. I think it's Richards that got his body in the way. Right time, good positioning. Forward to Crew. McDonald just shaping like he wanted the ball, and Crew just got a little bit too carried away. And we said it last week without him on comms because he wasn't playing, but a great couple of weeks for him to be involved in the first team squad. And I was just chuckling making my notes last night that he just comes back and plays for the 18s, and yet he was stood in front of 37,000 people last week.
It's not too bad, is it, I suppose? What were we doing at 18? I can't really remember that.
I was sat in the stands wanting to do exactly what he does.
Exactly.
Congratulations to that young man as Leeds regather and get back on the ball with the exciting McDonald. Flag stays down for Lane, who skips past one. There's a slight touch on the ball, but Lane's got free. Ball into the box, and Vincent didn't see it coming at the last second. He just tried to do anything possible to divert it towards goal. And I think, Ben, he was caught out by the fact the ball got to him because there's a Millwall player in front. And I think many people on the ground, like Vincent, expected him to head it away.
Yeah, Freddie Lane did so well just to, one, keep the ball in play, but then two, to get the cross in to a dangerous area. Full credit to Harvey Vincent coming in off that right-hand touchline, making a number in the box, but just came too quick.
Turns away. McDonald was trying to run through. Unfortunately for him, just a tad too heavy. Crew's pass intercepted. Leeds having to dig in here with Chadwick, goal scorer of 2 goals in the last round against Liverpool. And Leeds have shared the goals around this team. Ordinarily, you would have said without Marley Wilson, this would have been a tough night, and it will be. Marley Wilson's a tremendous young footballer, the centre forward of this team when he's fit. He's currently injured, and we wish him well with his recovery and hope he's back as soon as possible. The goal scorers in this team: Wilson, Toulson, McFadden, Cresswell, Chadwick, as well as Freddie Lane. And who can forget, we won't leave him out, Rory Mahaddy's penalty save in the penalty shootout. It's just as important as a goalkeeper will say. And early signs are that Leeds are spraying this ball around with confidence as Vincent gets it down the line to Richards. Millwall clear. And while Leeds have looked quite creative, Ben, pretty confident, Millwall have been just as strong at the back. Well, that last here is Vincent, ball whipped in, deflection away from a Millwall body and behind for a corner.
Early stages of the game, can see the clear game plan for ourselves. Get the ball wide. There's pace, there's trickery, and sooner we do that, leave them 1v1, it's going to be harder for Millwall to defend against. If they try and double up out wide, that's when the likes of, your Chadwicks, your Charlie Crews can start dictating the play. So tactically for Millwall, they're struggling just to cope which way they're trying to show us at the moment.
Delivered in. Leeds just taken away from a last-ditch Millwall touch. Good work from them. Well recovered straight away, though, back by Leeds. Crew showing a bit of strength. Lopata-White to Chadwick. Bit more control about Leeds' play here. I think they'll remember how tired they were after that night against Liverpool, although adrenaline got them through. But it's a big pitch. Don't have to always try and go forward. Mahady looking for McDonald just over hit, but White's going to go out for a goal kick, Ben. Leeds haven't given it away in their own half. They've not tried to force something that wasn't on. I don't think on a night such as big as this, it's almost chess match-like, isn't it, a semi-final? You can't give your cards away too early.
No, you're right. And it's almost, in terms of growing into the game, doing the basics well. I think we'll probably say it every kind of game, but these big occasions, even more important, just stamping your authority on the match. That's what we're trying to do. We're dominating possession, dominating territory. Just keep doing the same things.
Mahady still on the ball. Forward to Lane. Back to Cresswell. Got a goal just last week. While playing against Chelsea in the Premier League Cup. Sadly, a cup that the 21s are now out of. Lopata-White back to Mahady. And it's all gone a little bit steady. No one's tried to attack as much as they were in the first maybe 7 minutes, Ben. It's a bit quiet inside the ground. I think Leeds fans just waiting for that next burst of energy from this group. But Millwall, again, looking really well poised defensively. Nice and assured, but that might not be the case here as Vincent nearly gets it caught underneath his feet. Lane, space to turn and shoot. Back to Vincent, back into the area. He was offside. And your overall assessment 12 minutes in?
I'm liking the control, really am. Yeah, there's times when probably could recycle the ball, go out the other side, but every time we've turned the ball over, Millwall giving it straight back. That's due to the shape, the pressure we're putting on him, and we're just keeping the attack sustained. So in terms of the control of the game, it's good. And you're going to get little lulls probably in terms of the play where it seems a bit quieter, but we're just keeping possession in those times, and it's good to see because you can't score every single time you're in possession because it wouldn't be good for our health, but it just doesn't happen all like that. But the control so far has been great to see.
Lopata-White, good touch up to Chambers. Back to Cresswell. Toulson's pass misplaced. He's just been caught out a little bit over at the full-back position, but I say that Crew digs in. They've actually come off second best though, Leeds. Millwall charging forward. Crew gets there. And the support play applauded by those inside the ground. Chadwick looks out wide to pick out McDonald, who has been maybe the most brightest player in Leeds colours. Out to Chambers, real runner of the ball in number 10. McDonald, though, is charging in alongside him to try and get a return pass. Just a touch heavy, otherwise that was through. But look at the territory, Ben. Edge of the own box, Charlie Crew won it back. 4 passes, maybe? 5?
And that's the composure from experience, been around the first team. You could just put your laces through the ball, clear your lines, but no, you find the pass. And this is well drilled into him. Rob Everington throughout the academy into the 21s with Scott Gardner and then transition into the first team. It's great that the players take it on board and put it into games.
Lopata-White wanted to go forward. No options available, so instead to Crew. Cresswell back to Crew. Lopata-White. Cresswell. Toulson's tucked in, means McDonald is the one out wide. It's towards Toulson, but Cresswell's pass intercepted. Toulson will try and recover it. Free kick given. How hard has it been, I guess, as a young player coming through? You've been here, you've done it. You know, this is you could like to say a bit of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You might not get with break off because Leeds have got a chance here through Vincent. He is fouled. The point I was going to make, you might not get a chance to do this ever again, where we are, the crowd. How hard is it to actually then temper, try not to force things, because like this, you want to show what you can do, don't you?
Oh, 100%. And I think that's where I couldn't get the grasp of it, because me coming into playing the youth cup games, again, I was playing regularly with the reserves. I was training with the first team at times. So you automatically come down to the under-18s in the FA Youth Cup, and you know there's pressure on you to try and perform. So you might try and do things which isn't part of your game. So this is the good thing about this group so far, 15 minutes into the match, where you look across the lineup, plenty of under-21 experience, mentioned about Charlie Crew, what he's gone through the last couple of weeks, but they're just doing the simple things well. And yeah, do we want an early goal? Of course, but as a performance so far, very positive.
So this free kick is under the feet of Chadwick. Vincent is still off the pitch after being given the chance to get some treatment. Leeds will need to be careful here for a breakaway should it come. Chadwick, high, hanging ball. Goalkeeper decides to touch it at the last second. That will help Leeds' cause, because a ball boy in the south stand, Ben, was about to get quite busy.
It was. That's just lack of communication, or them nerves we're talking about. And for Leeds, seeing a goalkeeper do that, if you get another set piece, you put it straight underneath him, aren't you?
Yeah, interesting to see if Leeds do go right underneath his throat for the next one. Lopata-White into Chambers. Touch is a bit heavy. Did it take a nick off a Millwall leg? It did. And the man in question was George Beaumont that got in the way. So 16.5 minutes gone. 0-0 if you're just joining us here on LUTV. Semi-finals of the FA Youth Cup. And patience was a bit of a virtue in that last meeting in the competition, Ben, against Liverpool. Thurs goal didn't come until the 34th minute. 3-0 in the 70th. Of course, the full-time result, all that matters for Rob Etherington's men. But similar sort of start, a few flashes, try to work out what Millwall are about. Of course, don't play in the same academy structure. And often we've found when we played Sheffield United, a bit more physical as you drop down the EFL, and that's not being critical. It's a great way to learn and develop. And so far, it has just been two teams cancelling each other out overall. Leeds just shading it, though.
Yeah, and you can see from Millwall's start to the game, especially when the ball kind of goes to the goalkeeper in a dead ball situation, there's none of this playing out from the back, which you generally do see in a Category 1 academy system.
Nice break off because Richards heads it inside towards Heywood. He will try and recover. Beaumont, the one that's coming inside. Crew gets across. Millwall into the area with Richards going all the way across. Header in, and it is Heywood. And Millwall open the scoring. And a very good taken delivery into the area, and the slightest of touches and a counter-attacking goal for Millwall, whose joyous occasion inside 20 minutes. You can see what it means to them. Ellen Road crowd try and respond. We've got to hope that fires them up.
Hope so, because something out of nothing, really. We've been in large parts of control of the game. But it was just a breakaway down this left-hand side. They managed to get half a yard to get the cross in. And you have to say, it's a decent cross. It's a good run. And it's a devastating header into the far post. Goalkeeper, no chance. Mahady can only watch it nestling off that far post. And Millwall take the lead.
Yeah, so Maciocia's cross on a dime. That is inch perfect. And as you say, Ben, goalkeeper Rory Mahady did not have much of a chance. It's the glance of the touch. A Millwall lead, and you can hear when that goal went in, they've brought some decent numbers themselves to celebrate. Their bench went up on their feet, and that is what this competition means. This is a huge, huge night for both clubs. And it tells you how hard it is, Leeds United Academy, the success it's had, the amount of players that it's brought through. We see them year in, year out get a chance. Last time Leeds got to the final, 1997. There's a breakdown in communication there again. Rain starting to fall here at Ellen Road, and Leeds just got to hold on, ride out this little spell.
Yeah, just got to try and clear your minds from that goal. Yeah, of course it's a setback, but you can't compound it by conceding another one.
So the rain is certainly coming down now. So that'll make it awkward for either goalkeeper. Players have to get used to the slicker conditions, and the fans, for the first time, I think, starting to realise these players need that little bit of a lift. And always perfectly timed after going behind. So nearly halfway through this first half, Mahady has taken a risk. Shot is coming. He makes amends with a save. It nearly goes in. Some sections of the ground thought it had gone in. Jack Howland going for it. Goalkeeper's quick to apologise to his players. And this is by far Millwall's best spell. Yeah,
and we're just giving them the opportunities, aren't we? And big part of Mahady's game is, as I said, playing out from the back. So you praise him when he does it. There's going to be odd time when he gives it away. Just got to deal with this set piece now.
Lopata-White up early. McDonald digging in. Joined by Vincent. Freddie Lane opens up the lungs and sets off on his way. Nearly brought to the ground. The number 9, Rob Etherington, suggested was being manhandled. And Leeds' breakaway is stopped, but Lopata-White recovers. Chadwick at full stretch towards Chambers. Nifty feet away. McDonald, the man on the left-hand side, asking for it. Toulson, the man charging behind him. McDonald won't use him, though. He will hold it up. Now he will use the number 3 in Leeds colours. Chambers across the face to Lane. Vincent coming across. Tight angle goes to ground. Penalty appeals not once but twice. Turned down by the official here at Ellen Road as Cresswell recovers it. Leeds fighting fire with fire on the front foot. Now out towards the right for Richards. And he goes back. Everyone take a sigh, take a breath, chill out. I'm talking to you, Ben Parker. Arms in the air. I thought the YMCA was come up here. I mean, there was arms all over the place for those penalties. Which one was the worst one for you?
On first glance, watching it live, it looked like the first one for me, with Vincent just running in. Looked like just got checked from behind. I know from our position, it's far away on the far right-hand side. It'd be good to see a replay on both the incidents, but the referee's a lot closer to us, waved them both away.
Lane wanted the run from Vincent, didn't come. Millwall keeper keeps it alive. And I mean, you never want to go behind. It's not good, Ben. We're not going to try and gloss it. But I was thinking earlier with the crowd, looking for something to get behind. I wanted it to be a free kick, a penalty appeal, something that has just got that extra bit of life into this game now. You hope it brings the best out of Leeds.
And that's what you do hope, yeah. It's going to be a different kind of challenge. Millwall got that goal to not cling on to, but something extra to fight for.
Richards' header inside, he was just looking to cushion it to either Chambers or Crew. And the way it bounced, it worked in Millwall's favour. Ball hits Crew in the side of the head. Not that he knew much about it. Millwall just more than happy to take their time. Not saying the time wasting, but no need for them to rush. They've got the goal. If they can not rush and frustrate Leeds, then of course they're going to do it. Crew with the header. Chambers was just trying to turn the defender at the last second. Chadwick gets in. And Reece Chadwick led by example last time in this competition in midfield. Still lots and lots of time left. I think that's the main thing, Ben. A couple of minutes have not gone Leeds' way, but it's 24 minutes gone.
Yeah, and it's understanding that. Sometimes as a young player, you don't really grasp it whilst you're out on the pitch because you're just trying to get straight back into the game, and you can force mistakes by doing that.
Ball out on that far side, and Leeds have a throw. Out towards Richards. Leeds' fans rising to their feet, by the way, just getting into that 24th minute, as I mentioned, and paying tribute to the Leeds United fans, Chris and Kev, that of course on Monday we paid fantastic tribute to as well. And Leeds United family rising to their feet as well to try and remember them here on this FA Youth Cup night. Now sitting back down, hoping that when they turn around after a Leeds attack, as a player goes to ground again, referee this time will point to the spots. And there is the celebration from the passionate number 8. Reece Chadwick kicks it forward. Just too much for the Millwall defender. These games mean so much. The leg was stuck out. They'll say there's not much contact, but when you go to ground, Ben Parker, as a defender in a box, you better win the ball.
And he doesn't win the ball. It's a great decision by the referee. No real complaints from the Millwall defenders in and around the play, but we're all about Reece Chadwick driving from that midfield role. We've seen him do it so many times, under 18s, now under 21s as well. What a chance to get ourselves back into this game.
Yeah, so 26 minutes already gone into the 27th now as goalkeeper Albert Penney, he's told the instructions by tonight's referee, and Reece Chadwick, who won the penalty, has stepped forward to take control of the situation. Scored twice in the quarter-final. It will be a right-footed effort from Leeds' number 8. Up he steps, bottom corner, simple as that. Reece Chadwick fires Leeds United back level, celebrates in front of the passionate crowd in the East Stand. Game on at Ellen Road.
Great reactions, really was. Cool, calm on the penalty. And to be fair, the balance of play, no more than we deserved, because I thought we controlled large parts. Sucker blow with a Millwall goal, but Reece Chadwick, really powerful after that. Minutes applause for Chris and Kev as well, wasn't it? Straight afterwards, wins the penalty. Who's taking it? It's Chadwick, steps up. Like I said, always in control of that situation. Goalkeeper goes to the right, ball to the left, 1-1.
Yeah, very, very composed. If you can't tell by his face and his actions, he absolutely loves playing for this football club. When speaking to him after that quarter-final, he is as passionate as anybody you will meet about playing for this team. It comes out in his play, and the Leeds fans will rise to their feet, and this is where that experience of playing in front of this crowd will be such a new experience to this group. The sheer number, the noise. And half an hour in, we are back to level as Chambers puts his foot in where it hurts. Vincent to Crew. Richards very carefully steps over the ball, and that's a great idea because it just chilled Leeds out a little bit as Cresswell comes forward into Lane. And Lane as a centre forward is not something we saw in the last round, but you can tell by the way he carries the ball, Ben. Adaptable on both feet, strong. Everyone can chill out now. 1-1. Or do we go all out?
Oh, we're going all out here.
We are going all out towards Lane. He has to watch it over his shoulder. Keeper comes out. Out towards Richards. He's not far enough off his line for a Dan James-like effort from Joe Richards. He backtracked in quick enough time. It's Cresswell to Crew. He was fouled. Leeds had the ball. You can see from the arms out of Charlie Crew. Ben's dancing again. But I think you can see why, but I know why you're just as passionate. One, we had the ball, and one, we know what this team do when they've got space.
Yeah, the transitions, the turnover of the ball is so important in modern day football. Great pass, Mahady.
Yeah, great ball. Releases Chambers. Lean asking for it in front. Chambers goes alone. Blocked, and it'll fall to Vincent. He's got one for company behind. I think he's going to try and usher this one out for a corner, and he does that very well. Outnumbered perhaps in stature, but had the positioning inch perfect.
Yeah, does very well. But that's Mahady in a nutshell, because, yeah, he might have given the ball away on occasion, but it's that pass straight into the midfield, breaks the lines of Millwall on the half turn, straight at the heart of the defence then.
Chadwick delivers it. Lopata-White just about misses it. Goal kick given. There was another player behind, the Leeds number 6 queuing up. And maybe it was the towering frame of that centre-half that put him off. Yeah, it was. They didn't see it coming at the last second, and that man in question was Alfie Cresswell. So two very durable centre-halves. Love to get in there and try and score a goal. And they got in each other's way. Cresswell to Richards, to Crew. To Vincent. Great play this from Leeds. Chambers sets off on his way. He's quicker than Vincent, so he takes charge. On-rushing players, every single one of them have gone near post. Nobody stopped backwards. So hard to do so when you're so eager to score. As it falls to Chadwick. Leeds have just started to win the arm wrestle again and get this ball into McDonald, into the area. Millwall will have to be careful. Cuts it back. Keeper takes it behind. It was already going behind, in fairness to Albert Penney. A corner to come. Yeah,
just turn the screw yet again. As a goal would any do on this occasion. It's just give everyone a massive lift again. Settled down as well, because, as we mentioned, when Millwall got that goal, a couple of nervy moments. But fair play to the boys, straight back into the rhythm, into the game plan. They're getting the rewards now.
Chadwick goes across to take this corner. Big, deep breath as he swings the ball in. Bodies Crew. Crew drills it. He's found a way home. Charlie Crew. Slightest gap in that bottom corner, and he wheels away to celebrate with his fellow midfielder. Chadwick and Crew, 2 quick-fire goals inside 4 minutes at Ellen Road. It's 2-1.
What a turnaround. What a strike as well, Charlie Crew. It's a wicked delivery from the corner. Goalkeeper couldn't claim it. You thought Millwall were just going to clear the lines, but falls to that man, 15 yards out. What technique, by the way. You see so many times people balloon the ball over the bar, the greasy night, the rain's coming down, not Charlie Crew, head over it, fantastic technique, fantastic couple of weeks individually for him, but a fantastic few minutes for the Leeds United under-18s, 2-1.
Yeah, centre midfielders, classed as holding midfielders, I guess, on the team sheet, sitting back, but they get forward in droves, the pair of them. Technically very good, and clearly can finish a football. Penalty and a finish from Charlie Crew, and that is going to give everyone inside this rain-soaked Ellen Road ground a huge lift. And you question what that will do for Millwall. If they're anything like their first team in their club, they will fight to the very end, of course. We've had some great battles over the years at all levels. And there's just a little bit of needle here, even just to try and unsettle Ilyas Mansor, just booing him to take a throw-in. But that is the Ellen Road crowd we know and love. Hasn't worked. They've won another set piece. Into the final 15 minutes of this first half. Millwall opening the scoring through Heywood's delicate header. And then Leeds responding quickly and having to do a bit of defending here. And we're no stranger to this, Ben. We are expecting Millwall to come at us. They're here for a reason. They beat Chelsea in the last round, which is an incredible achievement for a team in the Football League, considering the academy Chelsea have. They just can't afford to get too excited. There's a Leeds frustration here amongst the group, but there's a head injury, and that is, of course, an automatic stopping of the game. It's not the referee's fault. Even if he wanted to continue, he couldn't, and it was Millwall player down the edge of the box jumping up with Vincent, and in fairness, I do think he's caught him with the arm, but he led to try and, he was using it as an ability to springboard up, but he has caught Frankie Maciocia.
Yeah, and the referee, as soon as he sees the player hold his head, it's an automatic stop of the game. You can see the frustration from a Leeds perspective. Lopata-White leading that charge towards the referee because Joe Richards was bombing forward on the right-hand side. But what character the boys have shown. Could have easily have got into the shell, going 1-0 down, such a big occasion. But to not only find a goal before half-time, to get 2-1 in front, just testament to that group of players. And they do right, get a little jink down them. Some words of encouragement from all the coaching staff down there. But they've got to keep doing the same things. Don't go into your shell now. Don't go into a relaxed kind of mode. Keep doing the same things because it's been so far so good.
Certainly has. So Leeds 6th on the under-18s Premier League North. Only 4 points behind third-placed Liverpool. Millwall are in the Professional Development League for under-18s, and they're just one win behind Charlton earlier in the week, but games have been played around about since then. So 2 teams doing well overall in their respective leagues. Getting back underway. Good to see the Millwall player was able to continue. Awkward situation there for Richards, who has to show a bit of quick feet to get away. Charlie Crew having his shirt pulled. Lane was just about peeling away, but safer passes Chambers, as is the one to Vincent, who could see he was about to get absolutely poleaxed by Olugbodi, but put the pressure on anyway to win a throw. Well, that is a mismatch in terms of size. Left back is huge, but Vincent's had some moments of joy. Inside the first 5 minutes, ball was stuck to Josh McDonald, Ben. It hasn't really gone down his flank ever since, and I guess the confidence thing for Rob Etherington's team is that we know if it does go out there, he only has one thing in his mind. He doesn't like keeping it for very long and just paying it backwards, and I say that with respect. Yeah,
it's creating different scenarios, and you create them in training. You do your match prep, what Millwall might do out of possession. And we mentioned the ball out wide was the point of call, the point of choice, especially to McDonald, as you mentioned. Tom, but if Millwall are going to cut that avenue off, that's when they can find the gaps through the middle of the park.
Chambers takes it forward. Great power about this run, and is even trying to get all the way, but he puts the foot in. There's going to be another corner to Leeds United. Just think the player on his left shoulder, Ben, couldn't get there quick enough. We're talking fine margins there. I mean, Chambers was nearly through himself.
Yeah, he's a powerful runner, is Chambers, in that number 10 position. Liked what he's done in this first half, because with Freddie Lane, he might not be a natural number 9. You'll see him floating around, dropping deep. But then Chambers is noticing that, going beyond him. So we've always got that threat going forward.
Here's Chadwick, right underneath the goalkeeper again. Lopata-White came for it. Keeper has just about got a touch to it. The free kick, I think, was automatically coming anytime the keeper's touched. But had Lopata-White's touch gone in, I don't think the free kick was for that, Ben. I think it's after he's missed this chance.
To be fair, I think it's really good defending in the end.
He's pulled the defender back.
In the end, he has done Lopata-White. But as he's steaming in, the big number 6 for Leeds United, wicked delivery yet again from Chadwick in swing corner. Fantastic defending by Millwall just to deal with the danger.
Yeah, handball against Leeds. Misplaced pass is jeered by the Leeds crowd. Millwall haven't had much territory since they scored, in fairness. They've had a little bit of possession on the edge of the Leeds box from throw-ins. I can't say Rob Etherington could have wished for a better response, Ben, to be honest.
No, not at all. Incredible response by the players.
Vincent will chase what looked like a lost cause and eventually will be. And the pushing and shoving even got the linesman involved. Just a few minutes left until the end of this first half. If you're just joining us here in LUTV, Millwall took the lead 19 minutes in. Heywood's header and Chadwick's penalty. Cruz drilled volley from a corner, and we have the lead here at Elland Road. McDonald, Lane just about gets a touch to it. Chambers, Toulson, full-blooded. It's a hard challenge. The pair of them go in, all-out effort. I know that's what Rob Etherington loves to remind this group about, the badge they're wearing tonight. And everyone does fight for that shirt. A misplaced pass. Well, he's just trying to maybe squeeze it a little bit too much, but Millwall taking a quick throw. I don't think the keeper was fully accepting of that delivery. He was a little bit shaky, but he got away. Cresswell to Richards. Receives the ball well. Gives himself a number of options. McDonald was the one he chose, but sadly he misplaced that pass. So Leeds are going to have to just stretch a little bit here because players are out of position. Offside appeals, doesn't matter anyway. Millwall player had already given up on that situation and it's back. And we can go back to that Dan Toulson challenge, Ben, left back, commenting on the left back. That'll be your favourite moment of the game, won't it, so far?
Yeah, blow the whistle, ref. We don't see any more now, do we?
Full-blooded centre midfielder, left back, centre half. The only thing he hasn't done is play on the right side yet, but we'll give him time. Couple of passes, Ben, last couple of seconds, just a bit ambitious, just a bit mishit, but again, that's the way Leeds play. They try to force things.
Yeah, and the times when we've looked, or plenty of times we've looked at our best in this first 40 minutes is when we've just done the simple pass. Sometimes the simple pass might be, or the one that's on, is that 30, 40 yard, longer type of pass, diagonal one, but large parts are just keeping it simple. The two midfield players, the two pivots, two goal scorers, Charlie Crew and Reece Chadwick, been brilliant at just dictating the play. More of that'll certainly work into our favour.
That's the left wing for Leeds to attack. Ball played into the middle. It's Toulson, of all people, bringing it down. Let's double check all four of my eyes then, Ben. Dan Toulson, the first receiver up front on the left wing. Ball's gone out. Just shows you the adaptability of this team.
It shows you the movement as well. Josh McDonald rolls in from the touchline, allows the space for Dan Toulson to bomb on. didn't get the ball on the first occasion, but then you just see the press there from Charlie Cresswell, forces the throw in. Yeah, again, we're in possession around the halfway line.
Mahady looking for a looping through ball. Hits McDonald on the back of the head. It might even give him half a chance to get there. Sadly, it bounces away from him. Good bit of work from Cresswell. A couple of minutes left until half-time. The rain has yet to relent at Ellen Road after a first maybe 10 minutes of steady light rain. We've now got the players drenched out there. Conditions have been handled by both sets of players. I wonder when we'll ever see the sun again while commentating on this football team. It just doesn't happen. It was sunny against Chelsea in the 21s, but
seems a long time ago.
It then rained. The players don't care about it. We move on, of course, as Leeds go back to Cresswell.
Perfect conditions, these, Tom. Perfect. Not for me and you, but the boys out there.
Yeah, Lopata-White. Another one of those that relishes these conditions where he can stride forward and pick a pass. He's just overhit that, and the last 4 passes down this right edge for Leeds have just gone astray, bounced out, and that is where the pitch, the conditions are not helping them. Got to adapt for the second half. Lopata-White to Richards. Did have willing runners in Chambers and Lane to offer a very quick option. Instead, Lopata-White and a safe route back to Rory Mahady again, who I still think could retire as a goalkeeper and become a centre-half. He's settled down since that misplaced pass. We had to make a save, a good save at that as well. And the thing about this number 1 is you do realise how good he is with his hands when he's called upon. It's just maybe not very often in this game so far. We hope that's the case. Of course, we hope we don't have to see him make another save. McDonald. Richards, Vincent. Return passes on to the number 2, Richards. Floats it. Nobody there. Toulson. McDonald just wanted 1 second longer to have a go for goal. Lopata-White, Chambers. Important from Lopata-White to get there straight once again. Vincent. It worked last time, sadly, just put too much on it. And again, an opportunity pen for Leeds United under 18s. The cross was floated. It should have been on the floor on this occasion, but the man, the number 2, didn't know that. He's got to decide very quickly. We get a replay, we get a full view of the pitch. The main thing is the area they got in.
Exactly. And it's the turnover of the ball that'll please Rob Everington, because a cross can go astray. You can make a bad decision on the ball. That happens every single time, every single game. But it's the reactions when you do give it away, even if it is from a cross. And that's Lopata-White as your centre-half, been aggressive in his starting position, winning the ball back, and just allows us to play into Millwall's half from there.
Here's Lane. To Vincent. Lane stayed where he was, wanting to have a go at goal, curls it to that far post. It isn't that far away with the first efforts in stoppage time was signalled. 5 minutes, by the way, here at Ellen Road, which you will see coming up on your screen. But yeah, the 5 minutes added on. Not a million miles away to say he got just a nice little glimpse of that far post. And as a centre forward, Penney, he couldn't resist the urge.
Why not? Could just see from the angle we had, always set outside that far post, but good effort.
Crew able to bring it down. Pokes it somehow through a gap that didn't seem to be there. McDonald cuts the run back, tries to play in Lane. Across the face, goalkeeper covers his near post. No flag up from the linesman in front of the West Stand, so Leeds were going to get away with that despite Millwall's protests. But the Lions, just like they have done all night, have something to defend and then come forward, but a bit of a desperate pass. It's gone for a goal kick, and the way that this game has unfolded, George Beaumont felt he had to go early. But as the longer the half has gone on, Ben, the more Leeds have started to show that control that we would love to have.
And it's the press again. That's a large part of, especially modern day football, getting that control in terms of when you lose possession, as we talked about, who's going to start that press? Charlie Crew, yet again, the catalyst, just to lead by example from that, forces a mistake, get the ball back.
Into Chambers. Space for him to carry this ball forward. Turns in quite nicely there, Chambers. And in doing so, wins a free kick. He was upended by Joshua Stephenson. Vincent, Chambers, whisked away from Richards. Stephenson, the Millwall skipper, was on hand as Toulson flies in again. Millwall get the better of that challenge, but he's helped out by McDonald, who was scrapping away. I say scrapping, that's a ridiculous term while trying to win the ball back, and somehow he gets out of trouble. Leeds are still having to fight. It's the more central players that are doing the dirty work. McDonald runs into traffic, he'll go for another attempt. Referee, like a hawk, watching that all the way for a free kick as Millwall actually get away and now have a chance to attack here. As I say, that a lunging challenge comes in from Chambers, who moves back into midfield. It will allow Chadwick, if he wanted the space, to manoeuvre. Instead, he goes across to Richards and misplaces the pass. And so it's actually McDonald that apologises for that misplaced effort. But I mean, no wonder he's given it away. His legs are in pieces. We saw a couple of tricks, a couple of challenges.
It was the old go-go gadget legs in the end, wasn't it, to be honest? They were everywhere.
Free kick to Millwall. Not a good area for Leeds to concede, especially what time we're in this stoppage time. Up forward come the centre-halves, Harvey Whiteman, Joshua Stephenson. Also going in there is Olugbodi. And taking this appears to be Frankie Maciocia. He and number 11 Jack Howland have stood over this. Heywood is stood offside, trying to confuse matters here for Leeds United's defence. Nobody, though, falling for it at the minute. A tight line. Headed away by Crew. He's got that height about him from midfield, and he's more than happy to put his head in where it hurts. Screams go across from both sets of players trying to mark up here because Leeds are still under pressure with Heywood. Drilled in, blocked by Toulson. Whenever it's fallen to Cavalli Heywood, something has generally happened. He hasn't had many touches, but when he has, things have happened for Millwall. We hope one more clearance for Leeds will be suffice. We have gone past the 5 minutes of stoppage time. Delivered in, headed away well at the near post. And there goes the half-time whistle. So Elland Road fans delighted with the comeback. Started poorly with Heywood taking the lead, but a quick-fire response within 15 minutes of that goal going in. Chadwick and Crew had put Leeds in front, Ben. Your assessment of the first half?
Half a job done. The character to come back, 1-0 down, big occasion. As we mentioned in the first half commentary, could have gone into your shell, got into your shape. We didn't, responded ever so well. And to go in at the break, 2-1 in front, just shows the mental strength these boys have got. Got 45 minutes more to go, Tom. We know that, we know what's at stake. The job's not done. Go out and perform yet again, lads.
Fingers crossed that is the case. That's the half-time here at Elland Road on LUTV. Leeds United 18s leading by 2-1. Join us soon for second half coverage. Welcome back then to LUTV's coverage. We are back, ready to go for the start of this second half. If you've only had the time to just sit down here on your Thursday evening to watch LUTV's coverage, we are 2-1 to the good. Thanks to a response conceded first, Heywood's header, and Chadwick from a penalty spot, Crew for the second. All the goals coming inside 31 minutes, and then a 14-minute battle from there with neither side able to get through. The rain heavily pouring down here at Ellen Road. Myself, Tom Hill, and Ben Parker are bringing you the action. And Leeds looking for a bit of history tonight as they look for a spot in this FA Youth Cup final, their first since 1997. Beat Crystal Palace to lift the trophy for the second time that year, having beat Manchester United 4 years earlier. Millwall looking for their second win, 79 and 91. So history beckons for one of them. And we hope it's the team that we've cheered for several years, Ben, are sat alongside me. So half-time, what would you think the tactics message from Rob Etherington would have been?
I think it's pretty much the same again, to be honest, Tom, because large parts of the first half was really good. This guy in particular.
Yeah, McDonald teasing defenders every time he gets the ball. The Leeds player goes to ground. The referee wasn't interested at all in there in a free kick. Millwall, I think, were peeling for a dive. Toulson, what a ball in. Keeper flaps at it, punches it away at the very, very last second, because about to strike was Harvey Vincent. Didn't expect it to come to him. But the keeper, we said earlier about these conditions, not easy. And Millwall under pressure. That ball has gone out, and that was nearly another perfect start to a half.
No, it still was. And mentioned about McDonald's first half, especially at the start of the first half, really dynamic, getting the ball wide to him. Start of the second half, did the same. Cross from Dan Toulson. Penney, the goalkeeper for Millwall, nearly made a big mess of it, cleared the lines in the end.
Yeah, ball forward, headed away. So Leeds' team: Mahady, Richards, Toulson, Crew, Cresswell, Lopata-White, Vincent, Chadwick, Lane, Chambers, McDonald, the bench, Grainger, Billett, Bird, Pickles, Brown, Brockie and Render. And there's some faces there we haven't seen in this competition for a while. Coburn Bird being one of them. He played in the first game against Norwich at left back. Had an absolute stormer. Crew gives away a free kick. He is not happy. And that looked to be a big call. Looked like he'd won the ball. Challenge from Toulson. What do you say the first 5 or 10 minutes are about for Leeds in this second half, Ben?
It's just about making no clear mistakes. From Millwall's perspective, they'll try and start bright. We know that. Can you counter it with even more of a brighter start from ourselves? Obviously, the conditions, the rain's not stopped pouring. Your second half weather update brought to you here by LUTV. But it's torrential out there. But it's about the players just sticking to the game plan.
Yeah, it's a great weather report as Millwall get a corner.
You can just see it teeming down from the stand here in the West Stand.
There is a section of the West Stand where it is just pouring down. As this corner will be taken, Chadwick's been told to step back a little, so all of Leeds' players are in the box defending. I think it's Jack Howland that's gone across to take the set piece. It is. And out to the far side for George Beaumont. Good header from Lopata-White. Lane was stretching just a touch too far. McDonald, I think, on that far side with an air swing. Lopata-White, any part of the body that doesn't concede a penalty, he gets it away. This is a good spell for Millwall. And I mean, Millwall, the transition, Ben, deadly. The first time they had one, they scored. There was a couple of half chances. They didn't create much apart from that, but you know when you've got a team that are so good on the counter, you can't switch off, and that's a huge problem for Leeds. This rain is getting heavier and heavier out there. Tough conditions, ball swinging, good header away on the edge of the 6-yard box from Leeds. Got to push out, and they do. McDonald might even get to this, and the Millwall defender backs off. McDonald takes it past him. A 2-on-1 opportunity for Leeds United. Across is Vincent. Will McDonald use him? He will not, but he fires wide. What an opportunity for young Josh McDonald. Carried it, took the defender on, who did not want to know about that foot race. Should we have squared that football?
Oh, it has to. 100% has to. Even if he finds back of the net, he should have still passed. But when he misses that upright, almost not to wrap the game up, but just give you that daylight in such a big game. He knows himself because he does the hard work, and what a chance to get a 2-goal cushion in a semi-final of the FA Youth Cup. Don't get big chances like that very often.
Yeah, tremendous player. With his feet, gets forward, attacks, makes things so awkward for defenders. He'll be kicking himself there. Opportunity is gone, but I hope he gets another. In Leeds play tonight, you'll have more opportunities to try and change the scoreline in Leeds' favour. And you hope it just doesn't come back to haunt Leeds, that chance that goes begging. As the Whites come down the right-hand side pretty quickly, but just giving the ball away, pardon me, giving the ball away at the last second. Drilled effort. Mahady gets his body behind the ball, and on a night like this, Ben, that's a very good save in terms of just keeping hold of it.
Exactly. Just not to allow that parry, because, yeah, straight at him. Usually on a dry day, saves them in his sleep, but good handling.
Yeah, one of those where if it is a dry day, you don't even mention it. But such as the conditions, that could have been awkward. Crew. Richards has to check his run. Mahady spots an opening for McDonald. He wants to take them on. That might have took a nick off McDonald's hand. It has. The referee caught him and he's unlucky. It was about to be a throw and it just hits him on the finger. Millwall transitioning here on the attack, and into the area they come. Mahady, full stretch, gets across. Keeper didn't have the chance to get up on his feet, so the defender had to poke it away. Richards, and that is what we said earlier about Rory Mahady. He might look like he wants to just play the ball out, and that's all he wants to do. You put him on the back foot and ask him to make a save, and he does it quite simply, and that is a top draw save once more.
No, it's a big save, really is. Diving low to his right, skiddy surface as well, but he just doesn't palm it into a Millwall body coming in for a tap in at the far post. Strong hand into the Leeds defender with clear the lines, but that's the warning sign.
Yeah, here's McDonald. Tried to squeeze it through. There was just too many bodies in Millwall colours in his way. Elias Mansor has it. And it's cleared away behind for yet another corner.
That's what Millwall doing, trying to get the ball into the right areas, trying to force the set pieces. You mentioned in the goal from the cross and open play, but delivery out wide, whether it's a set piece situation like we've got here, has been generally good. It's about being strong, keeping your position, good body language as well to go attack it.
Yeah, right underneath Mahady. Horrible to deal with, and it hasn't been dealt with. Millwall have a goal back and an equalising goal, and it's skipper Joshua Stephenson that's got it. Right underneath the goalkeeper, a huge crowd of bodies in their way, and it was just poked in by the centre half. Leeds 2, Millwall 2.
It's funny how football works out, isn't it, Tom? Seems to happen time after time. Chance to go 3-1 up, big chance as well. Almost moments later, Millwall find themselves a level term end, just the ball into a dangerous area. Wet night, hard to get the ball clear. Ball falls to the captain, number 6, Big Stephenson. All square.
Yep, frustration for Leeds. We will have to regroup and start again. They've had to do that already. The difference this time is they haven't fallen behind. They've just been pulled back and now on level. And Millwall's players bang up for this fight in the faces of the referee, try to appeal. And the man in question there was George Beaumont. Lopata-White, and again Leeds will just take the defensive option. Could have gone left there, Mahady. He had Toulson, didn't see it though, just because I mentioned it earlier, when the press from Leeds is what's got Leeds in good areas. Millwall was straight at Roy Mahady. Only 10 minutes gone in this second half though. So much time left on Leeds' side. They concede a throw. Can't get across here. Millwall have found space. Rather than going for the shot, they went for Heywood. He stays onside. To the byline. Still not fully clear. Leeds have to get the bodies in the way. Millwall are pushing. Lopata-White just about gets there, and you can lose sight of the ball. I think it went underneath the body of a Leeds defender, and they're doing it tough, Ben.
No, they are. You can see Millwall just growing in confidence because they're winning the first ball and the second, doing what we've done so well, especially in the first period, just keeping the defence pinned back in. Just not managed to clear our lines at the moment.
Toulson, back heel off the legs of a Millwall man, gets the throw. Yeah, when you look at the forward line, Lane's barely touched it, Chambers has barely touched it second half. One man that has, McDonald, Vincent, very few touches. Millwall have managed to make this a wrestle. Misplaced pass has given Crew ample room to go across, and as I said earlier about the moisture on the pitch, once it's bouncing, the players having to readjust. Richards was nearly pushed into the east stand there. He stands his ground and now releases Chambers. McDonald pointing that he wants it. Chambers for now keeps hold. Toulson supporting the attack. Does go to McDonald, but when it did, not on the same page. He keeps it alive, the Leeds number 11. To the byline he goes, to the penalty area he goes now. Cuts it back, blocks behind for a corner.
Yeah, good play by McDonald on that occasion. Getting 1v1 at every opportunity. So hard to show in one way or the other. For him, forget about the chance that had gone previous. Keep getting him involved in the game because there's going to be a big threat as getting back ahead in this one.
Yeah, limping away there, McDonald, as he goes to the edge of the box. No sign of him, though, asking for treatment. He's actually talking to nearly every Leeds player in there, maybe to give instructions out, as it's Chadwick's corner. 58 minutes gone here at Ellen Road. Ball in, 6-yard box, opportunity.
Yeah!
In. Not sure if it's an own goal or not, who cares? Lopata-White, the one that celebrates. Leeds United have fired back into a 3-2 lead. Chadwick's ball in has caused problems. 2 goals in succession from corners. This time it's Leeds United's. Leeds 3, Millwall 2.
And there's a bit of luck sometimes you need in a semi-final, because the delivery yet again from Reece Chadwick. This in-swinging delivery he's got is so wicked. Just when you needed a bit of luck or a bit of moment of brilliance, we get something to go our way. It's Lopata-White who's closest to it. He could just see the defender. It's the big number 3, the left back, trying to clear the danger for Millwall. Gets his body shape all wrong. Finds the back of the net.
He does get his body shape all wrong. I love Lopata-White's reaction. He knew he had to celebrate, but he knew he hadn't scored.
You take it all day long.
He had that tiny little gap, and then he remembered, never mind, it's mine.
Oh no, we're live on LUTV. There's cameras here. They're going to take it off me.
Here is McDonald. Driving forward for Leeds United. Takes them on. Good covering defence from the number 4 in Alfie Massey. The pair of them were pulling each other's shirt, but the referee decides that the contact was too much from the Leeds number 7. Toulson plays Millwall into a good position, trying to get out. Lopata-White had to touch it off the crossbar. Millwall are queuing up, it's in. Millwall have a goal back. It's level again at Ellen Road. And number 7, George Beaumont, gets in on the act. Ball in not dealt with. Once it wasn't dealt with, carnage from there. Our mark gone, 6-goal game.
And we're just not clearing our lines defensively, because we've had occasions just to either put the ball into the stand, get his body position right, get numbers back. And when we're not doing it, Millwall just capitalising on it. And it's Beaumont. One end is scoring an own goal. Minutes later, he's getting his team back on level terms. Deflections coming in, not clearing his lines. What a bonkers game so far.
Yeah, I mean, Richards was a sitting duck there, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, he's helpless. He's on the goal line. He's taking one for the team if it hits him in the head. And he just can't react, as you say, Ben. Wasn't dealt with originally, so our mark is passed. He continues to hammer it down here in Beeston. It's raining goals as well. Why can't Leeds United ever do things easy and just chill out? 3-0. Just can't do it, can they?
Because we are Leeds United. That is the way. But for the players, just got to compose themselves, just mentally more than anything, because we've been dragged into a bit of a fired arm wrestle. This is what Millwall wants.
Here's Lane. Stood his ground there, the Millwall defender. Toulson beaten to the ball. McDonald will have to get his skates on. I think that throwing could have gone either way, to be fair. Instead, it goes Millwall's way. So a reminder of the bench for Leeds: Grainger, Billett, Bird, Pickles, Brown, Brockie and Render. Heywood is away. Lopata-White covering for now. The danger man for Millwall gets it inside. Lopata-White goes to the ground to Chambers. Chambers has done so well to get away. That's going to have to be a yellow card, surely. The referee does go to the pocket. I think the next challenge in was just as naughty down the shin of the Leeds number 10. But Alfie Massey is yellow carded, Ben.
Yeah, you'd have to say from a Millwall's perspective, it's a yellow worth taking, because Chambers does ever so well. Doesn't use his body work, his strength, rolls Massey. And then we've got numbers on the right-hand side looking to release somebody. Definite yellow card.
So Massey, he pulls up the socks. Will have to watch himself. Dan Toulson's come across for one of the energy gels, try to get some fluids on board. You can see by the clothing attire of our visitors tonight, and those in the bottom half of the stands, just how wet it is out there. Both sets of players have put on a show for those that have watched and have tuned in and come to the ground tonight here at Ellen Road, as Lane was the target. He'll get the ricochet. Crew. Toulson. Further wide to McDonald. Looking for a way through. Finds one to Freddie Lane. He runs into traffic again. The Millwall defender's had his number twice in a row now, but won't stop him from having a third go. As Crew goes back to Cresswell. A few fans in the East Stand appreciating the work of our second goal scorer. Cresswell sees the run of McDonald, floats it enough to find the Leeds number 11, gets goal side. McDonald, the cutback is there, keeper smothers it. McDonald just tried to turn it in towards goal. Not sure if he saw number 7, Harvey Vincent, coming in again. We have a better view than he did. Cutback was on once more, but tremendous ball over the top, as that will be a free kick to Millwall. No, it won't. Advantage played. Leeds on the back foot, behind for a goal kick, thankfully.
Yeah, on this occasion, I've got a bit of sympathy for McDonald, because great initial pass from Alfie Cresswell, just the ball over the top. Good position. McDonald takes up. But the way the ball just kind of ricochets into his path, you can't get your head up there just to see what's in the box. It's just putting your laces through it. Hopefully the ball squirms through the goalkeeper, or he parries it into another white shirt.
Heywood again. Richards has to get there, does. Puts his body in the way at the last second. Mahady, because of that, is able to pick up a simple ball. If Joe Richards doesn't recover in time, Cavalli Heywood has a tap in, and he's stayed down, the Millwall man. The referee is going to let him get some treatment. Rob Etherington is screaming at his players to come across, and he wants them to have a brief chat to see what they can do here, as we are going to get a break in play. And it is these little moments, Ben, Cup semi-finals, that can make the difference.
Yeah, and it's a break that's come at the right time. You do have to say, as we just see the people in attendance here have all turned out to watch our up-and-coming young stars of the future. And why not? Because they've been treated to one hell of a game. First 65 approaching 66 minutes. It's been end-to-end entertaining. Probably too much end-to-end action for Rob Etherington's like. But this break has enabled him to call all the outfield 10 over. And I think it's just messages of just keeping calm and composed in your defending, because that's what's missing compared to the first half, where we looked in control, didn't allow Millwall to get really into our half besides their opening goal of the night. So get back to doing the basics well as a defensive unit, and that's just not your back four. It starts from your striker, we know, into your midfield, and then your defenders as well. If we can defend more as a unit like we did in the first 45, we know we're a good team in possession, so we just need to combine the both. If we do that, we gain plenty more time to get a win in this game.
Yeah, fingers crossed, as Heywood is going to be encouraged to leave the pitch, of course, having had treatment. Fine line as well, Ben, for the subs, because, you know, don't want to talk about what we might have to do after 90 minutes, but you have to put that into your balance. You have to think, is this team good enough to get a result after 90? Very easy to overreact, isn't it, after conceding a goal again in what has been a chaotic under-18s match.
Let's not think about that, Tom. It's worrying me already.
Here is Dan Toulson. It's a Cresswell. Chadwick picks it up. Rare touch for him in this second half. Hasn't been able to impose himself on proceedings. Richards goes early with the throw. Stephenson clears, the man that got one of the goals back for Millwall. Class first touch from Alfie Cresswell. To Toulson. Now to Cresswell again. He picks another belting ball, but Vincent, first touch for a long time, misjudges it. And Leeds just hit a flat spot for a first time in a while. Millwall want a free kick. Leeds get a free kick. The referee suggesting that foul coming in, but that's not going to go down. Well, they led on O'Boyle, who's apparently hurt himself while making the challenge. He's already mastered the art of winding up. Decides to stand in front of what I'm sure will be a record crowd for under-18s game in the FA Youth Cup for this club. Makes a challenge and goes and sits down in front of them. Brave boy.
He'll soon realise not to do that, to get probably back on his feet. Battle cramp, first sign. To be fair, I thought I'd seen it a lot earlier because the pitch up is so heavy. It looks in immaculate condition. The ground staff done an incredible job. But you'll see that tired minds, tired legs. The bodies will be cramping up.
No changes yet for either coach. Laura McAvoy of Millwall, Rob Etherington of Leeds. It's Cresswell to Crew. McDonald was asking for it. Angle was very tight for Charlie Crew. It is there as well, but he still picked the pass to Vincent, who went without it, but he's recovered. And he's onside, more importantly. Cuts it back, wins a corner.
Get good play. And that was the first part in the first half in terms of play. Those little diagonal balls. It's not 50, 60 yards. It's just knowing when to play in the right areas. Charlie Cruz spotting the run of Vincent. Left the ball behind him, but recycled it to get a corner.
Chadwick delivers, near post again, a touch, Lopata-White, that time I think it is his goal. Him and Cresswell turn to celebrate. The centre-halves cause chaos at the near post, and that man again, Chadwick's delivery, begging for a touch in a white shirt, it gets one. Millwall behind again, Leeds United 4, Millwall 3.
It's just the delivery yet again from Chadwick. He's trying to claim an assist, he's saying it's my assist. Do you know what, Chadwick, you can have it because the delivery absolutely superb, but you can have the best delivery all you want. If you've not got the willing runners like we've had all game, you can hear the roar from the crowd because Millwall, they've got the bodies back. As you mentioned, it's a 2 centre-halves for Leeds. Running an end of it.
Another own goal, Ben. This time he does celebrate properly.
Why not? People are turning their backs. Does it come off Cresswell? Does it come off the number 5 for Millwall?
I think Harvey Whiteman does score it, Ben, yeah.
Who cares? It's 4-3.
So the last time Leeds scored to make it 3-2 with an own goal, it was 3-3 a minute later. Can we just chill out for a bit? Bit of cramp here. Let's have this cramp. 3-4 minute cramp. We're fine with that.
Yep.
Let's reset.
Reset. Take the time. We're going to get plenty of this remaining 20 minutes or so. But it's how your man management. Oh, here we go. The man management has come into play with 20 minutes to spare. But so important right now, dealing with the game. You want to go get the 5th, of course. I think a 5th goal, a 2-goal buffer would really see the game home for ourselves. We could just see another own goal on the replay. The disappointment from Whiteman, number 5, Millwall. It's all about the delivery.
Yeah, Chadwick, tremendous again. Lane, encouraged by that crowd to run across and go and get it. He does. We've inspired Richards as well up there to go in. He's filthy on that far side. And look at the support in the northeast corner. Leeds wanted a free kick. Bounced off the number 10 of Chambers. You can see what he thinks of that by his expression. Millwall coaches in dialogue. Leeds' bench relax for now. Etherington stood on the sideline. And the fans just try and get behind the players. Big moment in this game. They've got another goal. They have the lead again. Can they go and get a 2-goal cushion for the first time? It's never been able for them to do that. Chadwick drills it into McDonald, who is going to keep this alive. 3 white shirts in the area are waiting for him. Chambers first. McDonald doesn't get the opportunity to cross it in, but a corner to come.
Yeah, it's played in the right areas because it's a great pass out wide to McDonald, but if they lost position in that area, you don't really mind because it's 90 yards for Millwall to get up the pitch with tired bodies as well. So it's about managing certain situations, playing into the right areas, pinning them back as best you can.
So Chadwick's deliveries have ensured that Leeds have had every chance to score from a corner. Another one, but he put some zest behind. This time Millwall head it away at the near post, and now Crew has to pump those legs to try and stop Heywood getting to it. He fails, but he will cover to try and help out. He'll do more than that. He'll dispossess the Millwall forward, and now Leeds can attack through Chambers. Vincent's out on the right-hand side. He gets it. Can he find a way to pick out Freddie Lane in the area? He can't. He's going to go to ground and win a free kick. Good work from Leeds United. His body's on the floor in Leeds colours. The fans delighted with the effort on show here. It's a fight, and it deserves to be. It's an FA Youth Cup semi-final.
Yeah, you've got to win the battle, any type of game, even more so against this Millwall outfit, because it starts with Chambers. Referee played advantage. There was no advantage whatsoever. So for Harvey Vincent to win a free kick in a cul-de-sac surrounded by 4 Millwall shirts does ever so well. Shows the fight, the determination that we're going to need between now and end of the game. And just look at that shot. Look at that crowd that's turned out, even more so in these conditions.
Chadwick again. Chadwick again, he has got a left-footed option, but he does hit it low to Crew. Millwall read it. Leeds were just behind the play there. Now this is where Leeds have got to be careful. Millwall in transition are deadly. That's what they've got to try and stop that pass. Richards sees it out the corner of his eye, and from one transition to another, Richards is off down the right channel. He's cutting in. He has Vincent outside him. The Leeds fullback's going to get it now. Lane's on the edge of the penalty spot asking for it. Vincent gets there. Opportunity to cross it towards McDonald. It won't get to him. Close for Leeds. Tired Millwall defenders getting back. There's a couple of subs getting ready for Millwall as Leeds look for a 5th goal and a 9th goal in this incredible semi-final tie. Richards has lost the ball, recovers it, delivered, and Millwall will clear. And everyone can take another deep breath as Dan Toulson comes out. Chris Ojemen and Abdulazeez preparing to come on for Millwall. Fresh set of legs. They're the ones that commit to the bench first. We need to hope by the time they come onto the pitch, they've got a 2-goal cushion. McDonald. Too quick for his own good there as he stumbles back towards the touchline. Into Crew. Crew, great decoy and a dummy. Towards Lane, just intercepted by Millwall, brave defending. I think I heard the crowd just ask Reece Chadwick to shoot from very far out. Such is the confidence in his ability. Dan Toulson is chopped to the floor. It will be a free kick. The card is coming out again for Elias Mansor. And we have a free kick then with Millwall turning to their bench.
The first time we've seen all evening when we've probably had a space to run into. We just took the kind of cautious approach, which I like to see, because we're just managing situations, because if we ran into that space, something might not have come about it. So we'll just keep possession, draw the foul, waste a bit of time.
Yeah, Mansor will have to be careful now, because of course he's up against McDonald. So there's a bit of confusion here with the changes. I think the number 5 was signalled to go up on the board.
I think they're just not to make a change.
I was going to say it is a surprise, a defensive set piece to make it, especially when you're taking a centre half off. But never mind, they've worked it out. Could have been to our advantage. So Chadwick again. Flicked on, Leeds header. Lopata-White can't get there. Cresswell can't either. Those two, just their sheer presence, that magnets to the ball. But it's thanks to that wicked right boot of Chadwick. Mahady is being told by Chadwick to come back to the left wing. They will with Richards and Chadwick. They're all out of position. They're used to it though. It's Cresswell across to Crew, who's filled in at right back. And now to Vincent. Throw in, and now we will get the chances for these subs, so we can. Fourth official is having to double check in case. So the first man off is Harvey Whiteman. He is replaced by Chris Ojemen. And the number 9 is coming off, Elidon O'Boyle. Abdulazeez is on. And we're into the final 12 minutes of the FA Youth Cup semi-final. 12 minutes to reach our first at this level since 1997. Wow.
And you just think about the players that have come in that period of time, that's come through the system. It's been incredible. Say 27 years we've not been to this stage. So
good maths, man.
Quick math. Paid attention at school, just about. But this is what at stake. We keep saying history, but that's what it is.
It's McDonald who just turns on the pace a little. White and Lane went without it. Toulson is behind him in support, picks him out. Goalkeeper pats it into the floor. A little bit shaky at the second one. McDonald, I think, has picked up a bit of cramp, and yeah, this is no surprise. And I think that's why Millwall's players are not protesting, because they've had it as well. This is what it's about: adrenaline, young players, huge pitch. This is a sight we see in every 18s game on this surface.
Oh, I've been there myself. Don't worry about that. These lads are super fit, by the way. See the times they run, the 1K times, all the sprints, the fitness drills they do. But again, it's just the nervous energy of the occasion. Mentioned big pitch. People don't actually realise how big Elland Road is as a surface until you start playing on it. You think, wow, yeah, I'm in a bad way here, which McDonald is. He's thrown himself into the ground for the cause.
Crew, too much on it for a pass to feet for Vincent, but he's at least a willing runner. He's more than that. You'll go a long way at this football club if you're willing to put everything into it and put a challenge in as well. Vincent epitomised that there. Crew just taking a little bit of fizz out of the play. Mahady, not the best contact. Probably being generous, but great contact. Well done, Rory Mahady, wins a throw.
He knew what he was doing, but he's probably not thanking the pass back to him in that situation. Final 10, it's on plus the stoppage, we know, of course, but it's about endeavour, grit, determination. The players have shown it in abundance. One final push with it.
One final push indeed. They'll need to dig in. Tough night against a team that will not lie down. It means so much to both sets of players, this. As you said it earlier, Ben, you don't often get a second opportunity when you get to a semi at this cup. Leeds under pressure here. Passes there out wide. Richards doesn't dive in. They get the rebound, they get the ricochet. Lopata-White has to stick out a leg late. And there is Vincent. And just slowing it down for a second, turning it inside. A risky pass to release Chadwick, and Leeds have put themselves under pressure. Millwall early ball in. Mahady, good hands, very good hands as Jacob Render is stripped off and ready to come on for Leeds United. Lopata-White's just removed some tape and thrown it into the south stand. Just playing themselves into trouble there, Leeds, Ben.
Yeah, and you can just see on the big scoreboard, seeing how little time is left, you start not panicking, but you start making errors like you wouldn't normally make. Compound that with tiredness, and Millwall going to get opportunities. So it's important, clear minds, clear the danger, push up the pitch.
Yeah, down the line for a relatively easy touch for Cresswell. Back to Mahady. New man up front, Abdulazeez, clearly being sent on to charge at anyone in Leeds colours in defence. Here's McDonald. So no wonder he gets cramp. He's gone down again. His legs twist around all over the place.
It's like you on a Saturday night, that.
I'm not even going to entertain it. Does well there again. He's on one leg. I think his night is done here. His last touch might be a positive one to get Leeds going on the attack, but he can't reach that. Chambers. Leeds have asked for the game to be stopped. Referee's looking across. Millwall are going to play on. McDonald gets up and will hobble down the line on one leg. Leeds need this ball to go out of play or get a free kick. Timely. As McDonald, I think, has been told to get to ground, and yeah, that is his night done. He's on the floor. He should get a round of applause for his efforts. He's given his all for the cause. Jacob Renderben is going to replace him. He even needs the calf, the hamstring, glute, whatever he's hurt, stretching out to even get off the pitch, and there he is. Taking his, I'm not saying he's taking his time. He has no choice to take his time. He can't walk.
Yeah, he's not doing this on purpose by any stretch. But he's ran himself into the ground. Been a willing runner. Always been a threat. On the ball. Changing the other wide man as well. Harvey Vincent, same thing on his side. He's been great. Well, he's coming onto the left. Render's going out onto the right.
Yeah. He said there is activity on the bench, but just more warming up then. So you are spot on. Render on the right, Vincent on the left. 6 minutes of normal time to go. Lopata-White. Touch from Chadwick, doesn't turn it away from Millwall. They will recover. Heywood. This is where they're so good, the Lions, when they just move the ball around the park. When Leeds have broken down in possession, they create little pockets of opportunities to get in behind, put the ball in the area. And that's why it's not ideal when you've got tired legs out there that can't cover. He's going to need a colossus effort to get over the line, especially with a player like that and getting in space. Crew went to win the challenge, misses it. Heywood receives the pass, goes for goal. The two centre-halves in his way. Good challenge from Chambers. The game should continue here as Vincent takes it forward. Charlie Crew on the ground, looking up to see what's going on. He slips Vincent. So untimely as Toulson gets hold. If Leeds were trailing, that ball would be going across the pitch to Render. They're not. Crew is asking them, I think. Yeah, he needs treatment, Charlie Crew, and he wants him to put the ball out. They're not listening to him, though. Richards hasn't heard the call. Leeds are continuing. Crew's been told to get up on his feet. Just adds to the drama here at Ellen Road. And back to Mahady. I'm sure if Leeds get through, Charlie Crew's going to have a bone to pick with half of these players.
And this is just the understanding of a young team, a young player where, look, just put the ball out of the play. It doesn't matter if you're going to give the ball away. Just look after your team.
Yeah, the attendance just been announced here at Ellen Road. 10,493 people have tuned through the turnstiles, turned up in their numbers to watch the under-18s in the FA Youth Cup semi-final. And it's been a long time since this crowd shocked me. That doesn't shock me at all with the support this football club has. And as I said to you earlier, Ben, there's some Premier League teams, Championship teams, that don't have capacity to go much above that. We're here on a Thursday, the under-18s. Just a word of you for that support as Charlie Crew is going to be replaced by Oliver Pickles.
You're ever so right in what you say, and Charlie Crew coming off. They're over 10,000 in attendance tonight. I think they might be seeing a little bit more of this lad.
Yeah, do you think? Quite possibly. He's been a star for the 21s. And you did hear that right. He's playing for the 18s and the 21s. He's young enough to do the pair. And those eagle-eye fans amongst you have seen he's been on the bench for the first team in the last couple of weeks. So Pickles is on. His job is to see this out. Keep the ball ticking over. No errors. No need to give anything away. If they can score, try and take it. Another Millwall change. Sheldon Kendall is ready to go. They are going to wait to take their time with that sub. Toulson goes down the line, putting Chambers underneath the ball. He turns inside, trying to get past the man that's on a card. Lane jumped a bit too early there. He won the ball, but because his leg was high off the floor, that's why the referee gave the free kick. Change coming. Number 7's coming off in George Beaumont. Because of his proximity to the east stand, he's been told to go over that way. You nervous yet, Ben?
That was about 20 minutes ago, to be honest. But so far, so good. It's important you just stay compact. You don't keep dropping deep. I know it's a natural reaction to do so, but you've got to be brave in your defending.
Leeds allowing that Millwall touch first. Let's hope they don't regret it. Abdulazeez, ball in. Keeper not interested in coming for it. Lopata-White had to deal with it as a result. Millwall player went to the ground. Chambers adjudged to have fouled him, and set pieces have been so crucial. Millwall scored from one. Had a chance. Beaumont had the effort, hit the crossbar. Balls into the box at this stage of the game are going to make you nervous.
No, they are. Certainly are.
Stood over it is Maciocia and Howland, I believe. Howland will be the left-footed option in the white boots. Leeds are just trying to organise their defence from afar. And the referee isn't happy with whatever's going on in front of him. Cresswell's in there. Pickles is getting involved since he's come off the bench as well. It is Howland. Ball in. Took a touch. Not sure if Mahady saw it late. He got a late hand to it. There's 7 minutes of stoppage time as signalled at Elland Road. You can hear what Ben thought of that chance alongside him. That was fizzed in. I think the only touch, perhaps I might have been wrong at first, I think the only touch is the punch from Rory Mahady. We'll get your thoughts in a second, Ben, because this isn't over yet. Throw-in's got some loft on it. Vincent has to be brave. Double shot coming in. Toulson gets across. He's a strong boy and he gets away. Robin Everington is telling him to go down the lane. Not the time to make a back heel. Everington just arches his back in frustration. Toulson gets in first. It's going to be a scrap, Ben. We have 7 minutes left. 6.5 now. No,
it's not going to be an easy watch by any stretch of the imagination.
Crowd try to play their part to see this one home. Lopata-White just gets his bearings wrong, heads it away, but heads it the wrong way. Trying to get it away from Heywood, and it's behind for a corner. You can see Cresswell just struggling with a bit of cramp as well on the 6-yard box. That's where the defenders make their money here, make a name for themselves. Millwall will try and change that all the way across. Lopata-White, the deflection is very fortunate for Millwall, but Leeds clear. Mansor back into the danger area, overhit. Mahady calls Leeds cover very, very well. Mahady doesn't want to see this game out, he wants a fifth, and he releases Freddie Lane with a pinpoint crossfield ball. He gets past the defender, far post. You've got a player in question in Render asking for it, but he's going to take his time here and go back into Vincent. Toulson's somehow finding the energy. Ben Parker's coaching the team from the top of the gantry.
Oh, I've aged by about 20 years tonight.
Over the top, Millwall touch, it will hit Render. He's a little bit unlucky. And out of play it goes over the far side in the east stand.
I mentioned about brave defending, but it's brave goalkeeping from Mahady, because usually what your goalkeepers just drop on the floor with the ball, but what a pass out to Freddie Lane. And what it's just enabled is just push up the pitch. Fantastic goalkeeping.
Contentious throw-in, according to the Leeds faithful. Change also coming for Leeds. Chambers is making way. Devon Brockie will come on for him. Exciting player, young Sam Chambers. Runs with the ball with so much desire and passion. Carries it so well. Fans rising to their feet. And Rob Everington is just trying to marshal his troops over the line, get the tired bodies off. Extra legs in midfield, Ben, will do them the world of good.
No, it will do. Waste a bit of time. And with Devon Brockie coming on, he's a great character off the pitch. Great talent on it. Brought on final moments of this. Just that energy, as you say, in midfield, trying to see us home.
Turns down the line, Lane chasing after it. Begging for that touch, gets it. That's the best thing Fred Lane's done all night. He's been great, but cheap free kick for Millwall. You can see the defender's reaction, he knows.
You have to say, the final probably 10 minutes, you'd look on the clock and that we just ran it down ever so well. A couple of times the ball's been into our box, dealt with it really well. Mahady, when he's had it, has released it. That's been a big part when he just, that long pass up to Freddie Lane. It's allowed us just to be in this territory, allowing Millwall not to break on us.
Ball in, all the way towards Cresswell. He was going in, defender got a touch to it, because that's why he's got that reaction. That was the moment.
Oh, he thought he was in. So did I. Great delivery. It's a great header as well. Surely this occasion we'll just keep the ball in the corner. Doesn't look like we're going to set up that way though. It's not the Leeds United way.
No, it's not. It's not under this man, Rob Etherington. As passionate as they come about this group, his coach, his team are a couple of minutes away. Can they kill the game here? Looping high to Cresswell again, back into the penalty area. Lopata-White can't dive on it. New man onto the pitch. In Brockie just heads it forward and all the way back. Heywood is just trying to put pressure on Richards. Mahady across to Pickles. Back to Mahady. That's a really risky pass. It will get to him. Back along the line. They've got to get rid of it though, which they do. Leeds get a free kick, an important one, won by Devon Brockie. A rather unorthodox way to win a few free kicks.
And that's the downside of not keeping the ball in the corner. By trying to get that 5th goal, wrap it up, you're susceptible onto the breakaway.
Stephenson with a header. He was just asking for a free kick as Chadwick, those tired legs, just can't get the power on that he wants, but he's back up off the deck and gets a touch to it there. A 1-2. Leeds have numbers. Into the area they come. This is the opportunity. He goes to ground. No penalty. Did look like Devon Brockie maybe went to ground asking for the contact at first viewing. Of course, we hope the contact was there for a penalty, because that would have been maybe the last chance of the entire game. As it stands, Millwall in fact are now going, and they've used it as enthusiasm to burst forward. Heywood, Leeds under pressure, across, it's into the penalty area, it'll fall into the edge of the penalty now. Shot coming in, Stephenson, Mahady, huge save, it's still not fully clear. Leeds, tired bodies, anyone getting in the way, they get across. No touch on it. Goal kick. Rory Mahady has got every right to celebrate. He might have just made the save of the match with the last Millwall chance. It could have been a penalty, it could have been 4-4. Please just blow, referee.
Please just hug me, Tom.
End this.
Just hug me. Oh, you can see the celebrations. What a relief that was, just to find the back of the south stand.
Yeah, huge moment. Now the fans, they can see on the scoreboard the time. They'll know that maybe just one last chance. No, there isn't. Leeds United have made history. 27 years since their last FA Youth Cup final appearance, and they are back in the showpiece of under-18s football. 1997, the last time they got there, they won it. 4 years earlier they got there, they won it. Is it third time lucky? Tremendous night for Etherington. The coaches are running around the gantry, the players are on their knees, they're celebrating. We've witnessed history, Ben Parker, 4-3.
Oh, wow, where do we begin in this absolutely incredible match? The boys have had to dig in when they've had to dig in. They've shown the quality when that was needed to. End of the day, they've got over the line. That word history, this is what it is. Just the third time in our history, our incredible history of this football club. We're into FA Youth Cup final, Tom. Let's not play that down. What an incredible achievement. This group of players, group of staff, everyone involved with the academy. One to go though. You don't just make up the numbers up in this competition. You get to the final to win. That's what we've got to go do now.
The final is Manchester City. That is the victory, the reward. They beat Bristol City on Tuesday. So the final, we'll see Leeds United travel to Manchester City. For now, that's what no one will be thinking about that just yet. They have to savour the success. You can see what it means on their faces, Ben. They're quick to congratulate Millwall and the crestfallen. I would like to say what an effort they put in tonight. Football League team trying, of course, like Leeds, to be a team going forward into this final. Have you got anybody before we finish here on LUTV that you've got to single out for a player of the match candidate?
What are you doing to me here? I've got to single one person out. How can I? Because the two lads in middle of the park in Charlie Crew, Reece Chadwick, have been absolutely superb in this game, just dictating the play. Team effort across the board. People cramping up all over the pitch because of the effort they have put in. But you put that effort in for the moments like this, to celebrate in the over 10,000 in attendance who've turned out on an absolute sodden night, let's face it. But we've got the job done. Word for Millwall. You don't hear me praise Millwall too much, but I will tonight, because They've shown up, they've been brilliant all evening. Game like this, there has to be a loser. Unfortunate for them, it is Millwall. But tonight, it is all about our youngsters out there, our future stars. You see the legends in attendance, led by the man himself, Eddie Gray. Moments like this you'll treasure forever. So all I'd say to the young boys, soak it in, take it in, use the experiences to go on to the final, get the job done there.
Fingers crossed, that is exactly the path they take. So that's it from us here on LUTV. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. As you say, chaotic night, 7 goals, but Leeds United come out on top. Historic night, the first FA Youth Cup final since 1997, and that's all from us here on LUTV. And once again, thank you for joining us.